Section 10 of Hindu Marriage Act 1955 deals with judicial separation. So, subsection 1 of section 10 of the Act enables either party to a marriage to move for a decree of judicial separation on any one of the grounds specified in subsection 1 of section 13. So, section 13, subsection 1 provides those grounds of judicial separation such as adultery, cruelty, desertion, conversion, unsoundness of mind, leprosy, venereal diseases, renunciation of the world, and presumption of death, which are also the grounds of divorce as provided under section 13. So, under subsection 2 of section 10, as it provides the courts the power to rescind the decree of judicial separation if on the petition of either party it is satisfied of the truth of the statements made in such petition due to the provisions of subsection 1 of section 10 with reference to subsection 1 of section 13, the decree of judicial separation is a stepping stone to divorce, but both are different in their content. And regarding the legal effects, in judicial separation, the cohabitation between husband and wife remains suspended, but it does not affect the marital relationship. If the cohabitation remains suspended for a period of 1 year from the date of the decree of judicial separation, parties to such marriage become entitled to get a decree of divorce. In a decree of judicial separation, the parties to a marriage are relieved to live separate and not to cohabit, but their status of husband and wife remain intact during the operation of the decree. Parties to marriage cannot remarry. In case of remarriage, such party would be liable for the offense of bigamy. As marriage is not dissolved, the parties are at liberty in resuming cohabitation and living together as husband and wife. So, in the next video, we'll discuss regarding void marriages.